English learners, welcome back to the Real English Podcast.
I'm Emily, and I'm ready for a great chat.
And I'm Jack. We're so glad you're here today.
So, Jack, what are we talking about today?
Today is a fun one for our near-native listeners.
That's exciting. What exactly are we looking at?
We're looking at something called mid-sentence register shifts.
Register shifts? What exactly does that mean for us?
It means mixing formal, academic words with casual slang.
Oh, I see. Like doing it in the exact same breath.
Exactly. You might start a sentence sounding like a professor.
Right? And then you end it sounding like you're at a bar.
Yeah, going from the boardroom straight to the barstool.
Why do people actually do this in real conversations?
Well, it adds a lot of humor and irony.
Good point. It's a great way to be dramatic too.
Have you tried doing that in a conversation recently, Emily?
Oh yeah. Yesterday I told someone my coffee was exquisitely trash.
Exquisitely trash. That's hilarious. I really love that weird combination.
Thanks. It really catches people by surprise, doesn't it?
It does, but why is this so important for near-native fluency?
Because it shows you truly control the English language.
Right. You're breaking the rules on purpose to make a point.
Exactly. It shows you really understand those deep social nuances.
Yeah, you stop sounding like a textbook and sound totally natural.
Are we ready to look at some specific words for this?
Let's do it. Let's jump right into our vocabulary preview. Register. That's a key term for today's episode. What does it actually mean, Emily?
In language, it means the level of formality you're using.
Right. You speak differently to your boss than to your best friend.
Exactly. We all use different registers every single day.
But today we're talking about smashing them together on purpose.
Yeah, that contrast makes you sound like a near-native speaker. Juxtaposition. That's a pretty fancy word, isn't it?
It really is. It means putting two very different things side by side.
Why do we do that in everyday speech?
We do it to highlight the contrast and make the difference obvious.
I see. It's like wearing a tuxedo with old dirty sneakers.
That's a great example, because it creates instant irony or humor.
Have you ever dressed like that?
Only by accident when I have no clean clothes left. Pivot. This is a great action word. What are we pivoting here?
Well, a pivot is a sudden change in direction.
Yeah, like a basketball player quickly turning on one foot.
Exactly. In speech, you pivot from an academic tone straight into casual slang.
And it happens incredibly fast, right in the middle of a sentence.
That sudden pivot catches people off guard and makes them laugh.
It shows you have complete control over the English language.
I think we're ready to hear this in action. Let's move on to the dialogue.
Did you catch the big strategy meeting this morning?
Yeah, I did. What did you think of the new director?
He's definitely interesting. His speaking style is highly unusual.
Oh, you mean his crazy shift in register?
Exactly. He sounded like a professor 1 second and a teenager the next.
Right? The juxtaposition was actually pretty brilliant. It kept me fully engaged.
It really did. He discussed macroeconomic variables and then just told us to chill out.
I laughed out loud at that part. It was so unexpected.
How do you even practice a sudden pivot like that?
You probably don't. I think he just knows his audience perfectly.
Well, it totally worked. The whole room was paying close attention.
Yeah, mixing academic words with casual slang is a serious power move.
Do you think we could try that vibe in our new ad campaign?
Good point. I'll draft some copy today and see how it reads.
Welcome back. Let's talk about the words we used today.
Yeah, we used some great terms in that dialogue.
The first one we should look at is register.
Right? We mentioned a crazy shift in register.
Exactly. This is a really cool trick for near-native learners.
So what does register actually mean in this context?
It basically means the level of formality in your speech.
Yeah, Like how you talk at work versus a bar.
Exactly. It's about matching your words to the social situation.
That makes sense. Next, let's look at the word juxtaposition.
I love that word. We said the juxtaposition was brilliant.
What are we actually doing when we use that word?
We're putting two very different things side by side.
Right? Usually to compare them or create a funny contrast.
Have you ever used a juxtaposition like that?
Oh, sure, like mixing big academic words with street slang.
That's definitely a fun juxtaposition to try out.
Our last word to cover today is pivot.
Yes, we talked about making a sudden pivot like that.
To pivot just means to turn or change direction quickly.
We use it a lot when changing topics in conversation.
Right, especially when a joke fails and you need an escape.
Good point. You just quickly pivot to a new topic.
Let's review these terms clearly in our takeaway section.
Check out the full breakdown and usage notes right here. So, we just talked about how powerful a sudden shift can be.
Exactly. It really wakes people up during a long meeting.
Have you ever tried doing that in a serious presentation?
Oh, definitely. I usually do it when people look bored.
Yeah, a sudden change grabs their attention right away.
I might start with a super dry formal sentence.
Like when you're explaining the new quarterly projections?
Right. And then I just throw in a casual slang word.
That's a great trick. It gets a laugh every single time.
Let's look at some phrases to help our listeners do this.
These are perfect for our near-native learners.
You want to sound natural, not like an academic textbook.
Good point. Let's look at our first useful phrase.
This first one is about leaving formal language behind.
The phrase is, dropping the corporate speak.
It clearly signals that you're about to get real.
Right? You're changing your tone completely.
You could say, if I can drop the corporate speak for a second.
And then you follow it with something super casual.
Like saying this new project is a total mess.
That's a classic move. What's another way to use it?
You might say, dropping the corporate speak, we just got really lucky.
I love that. It feels very honest and direct.
Our next phrase creates a really funny, striking contrast.
It sets up an expectation of big, complicated words.
But then you deliver something very simple instead.
The phrase is, to use a highly technical term.
I use this specific one all the time at work.
Really? How do you usually drop it into a conversation?
I'll say, to use a highly technical term, this is bonkers.
That's hilarious. The stark contrast is what makes it work so well.
Exactly. You put a fancy frame around a very silly word.
You could also say, to use a highly technical term, we're toast.
It really highlights the irony in your sentence.
Okay, what about our last phrase for today?
This one is all about changing direction very fast.
We call it taking a sharp turn.
You use this when you suddenly switch gears mid-sentence.
It's a great way to own the abrupt change in topic.
You can say, taking a sharp turn here, but let's get tacos.
I see. You say that right after a very serious discussion about budgets.
Exactly. It breaks the heavy tension perfectly.
You can also use it to comment on someone else.
Like saying, well, that took a sharp turn into crazy town.
I've definitely been in a few meetings like that.
Me too. These phrases give you so much rhetorical control.
They really help you master the flow of any conversation. Let's listen to the dialogue one more time, so you can fully appreciate the juxtaposition and that mid-sentence pivot in register.
Did you catch the big strategy meeting this morning?
Yeah, I did. What did you think of the new director?
He's definitely interesting. His speaking style is highly unusual.
Oh, you mean his crazy shift in register?
Exactly. He sounded like a professor one second and a teenager the next.
Right? The juxtaposition was actually pretty brilliant. It kept me fully engaged.
It really did. He discussed macroeconomic variables and then just told us to chill out.
I laughed out loud at that part. It was so unexpected.
How do you even practice a sudden pivot like that?
You probably don't. I think he just knows his audience perfectly.
Well, it totally worked. The whole room was paying close attention.
Yeah, mixing academic words with casual slang is a serious power move.
Do you think we could try that vibe in our new ad campaign?
Good point. I'll draft some copy today and see how it reads.
Hearing it again really highlights that shift, doesn't it?
Yeah, the director's speaking style is just so distinct.
I really love the part about macroeconomic variables.
Right? And then just casually telling everyone to chill out.
It really is a brilliant juxtaposition.
It keeps the audience fully engaged, for sure.
Now it's time for you to practice these exact phrases.
Exactly. Speaking with this kind of rhythm takes some practice.
We want you to listen to the lines and repeat them out loud.
Try to match the exact tone and timing.
Pay close attention to how the serious words blend with the slang.
Let's get started. Listen and repeat after Marcus.
Did you catch the big strategy meeting this morning? His speaking style is highly unusual. He sounded like a professor one second and a teenager the next. The juxtaposition was actually pretty brilliant. He discussed macroeconomic variables and then just told us to chill out. How do you even practice a sudden pivot like that? Yeah, mixing academic words with casual slang is a serious power move.
Great job with the speaking practice, everyone.
Yeah, mastering that casual vibe is a serious power move.
We hope you enjoyed exploring these register shifts with us.
It really is a fun way to play with the English language.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
If you liked this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
It really helps us make more great content for you.
We will see you guys again in the next video.
Bye for now, and keep practicing.